In practical terms, that means even non-Western banks and energy firms could find themselves frozen out of the dollar system if they help Moscow skirt the rules. The United States has used similar tools before against Iran, North Korea, and Venezuela, but never on this scale against an economy as large and interconnected as Russia's. The strategy reflects a growing reliance on financial warfare as a means of coercion in the 21st century. Rather than deploying troops, Washington is leveraging its control over global finance, the SWIFT network, international insurance, and access to capital markets as instruments of pressure. Supporters of the policy argue that sanctions offer a powerful, non-military way to force change. Critics counter that they rarely achieve their stated goals and often inflict collateral damage on ordinary citizens. In Moscow, that debate feels remote. Russian officials insist the economy has adapted to Western pressure, pointing to rising trade with Asia and domestic production of key goods once imported from the West. But economists warn that long-term isolation could erode Russia's industrial base and reduce its ability to finance future growth. In Kyiv, the reaction was swift and approving. Ukrainian officials welcomed the sanctions, calling them a vital step toward justice. The government praised Washington for expanding the pressure campaign and urged other nations to follow suit. The Kremlin understands only strength, said a spokesperson for Ukraine's foreign ministry. Every barrel of oil that cannot be sold means fewer missiles fired at our cities. As day turned to night in Washington, the tone from the White House was one of guarded confidence. Officials say they expect initial market turbulence, but believe the long-term impact will be manageable. The message is clear, one senior aide said. You cannot wage a war of aggression and expect business as usual. By the time the markets opened the next morning, the full list of sanctioned entities ran more than 20 pages. It included dozens of subsidiaries, brokers, and shipping companies linked to Rosneft and Lukoil. Treasury officials said additional names could be added in the weeks ahead as investigators trace the money trails that sustain Russia's oil exports.